Hey guys, welcome back to Harry Howard Talks. I'm Harry Howard. You may not know, even though I did say Harry Howard, but you should know Shani Atias. She's an actress. She's from Israel. She was in the IDF, the Israel Defense Force.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here I am in Los
Angeles.
You are
in Los Angeles.
Sunny day.
Yeah. So you've done a lot of projects: NCIS, Shameless, CSI. You also did Counterpart, where you play a UN employee with J.K. Simmons. I noticed a lot of your characters, they're very strong females.
Yes.
Powerful. They're not weak, let me put it that way.
I think that when you walk in a room, there's a certain quality that comes with you, and I don't know if it's because I'm not originally from here or because that's what I'm interested in playing. So I think that naturally comes in. That's the natural thing that comes, and maybe hopefully I can delve into comedy at some point and let go of some of the drama.
Yes. But but your thing so far, it has been doing
It has been
dramas.
drama, definitely. And
you also have this that one film that you did, Tseva Adom, The Color Red.
Yes.
Which was that's a really powerful film. It's about the rockets being fired from Gaza.
Yes, this film is a crazy journey because it started as this small little indie short film that actually took us worldwide to many, many festivals. I mean, to Cannes, to Berlin, to San Diego, to Santa Barbara.
And you went to all of them?
I went to most, yeah. I went to Cannes, which was amazing.
So you must have loved Cannes.
Cannes was amazing. I mean, it was my first time, and it's this dream place. I mean, you're dressed beautifully, and you walk around, and you meet filmmakers from all over the world, and we got to screen our film there in the American Pavilion, and I'll never forget it. And this film, I mean, I won Best Actress for it, and many festivals, and the film has won so many awards. And I love it because it's a story that it's important for me to tell.
It is. That's an important story. And you also lived it because you were in the Israel Defense Force and you're playing somebody who's in the Defense Force.
Yes, and I'm playing not the soldier that we're used to seeing on the news, but the soldier that is actually compassionate and helps the Arab children.
Yes.
Not the opposite.
And there are people who are like that. There's always the good people, and I think it's more exciting to tell that. I mean, we already know about the not so great stories. Conflict.
Yeah.
I know. There's so much that's like, I know there's a ton of conflict, but you're bringing a human being to the role.
Yes. And you actually get to see both sides. I mean, you get to see the Arab family and the Jewish family and how they actually do want to communicate and they want to start a dialogue. And I think that's the message we were hoping to send.
Yeah, it's a powerful message.
Yeah.
The message did go out because if the message wasn't sent, then you wouldn't have been in the festivals to begin with.
I agree.
So that's awesome. It was I read about that. It was in the Jewish Journal.
Yes, it was in a bunch of we pretty much covered all the Jewish film festivals and all the Israeli ones. So they did a big story about it and exposed us and gave us more recognition. So I think that helped us into getting into more festivals too.
Yeah, you were also cast as Amira in the ABC drama 10 Days in the Valley.
10 Days in the Valley with Kira Sedgwick.
And you're an aide to the LAPD commander.
Yeah.
So you play all these powerful roles. Like, I don't hear about you, like, playing, the
Well, I did play on Shameless, a college drunk girl. So, I mean, I was powerful there, but I was, more loose, having fun, partying.
Yeah. You were a fun, powerful woman.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, I never thought about it this way. I guess it's sort of every character I see differently, and I try to bring some...
Well, they seem professional, too.
Yeah? Oh. Yeah, well, on 10 days, I do have to dress professionally, and I have to, wear suits, not any fun green dresses.
Yeah. So, you've booked a lot.
Thank you.
That's exciting.
I mean, it never feels like that.
Yes.
I feel like only when I'm doing interviews and you sort of have to go and look back at what you did, then you're like, oh, actually, it's not that terrible. But that's also a work in progress to be happy with what you have and strive for more, but also be grateful for where you are at the moment.
Gotta be grateful.
Gotta be grateful. Cheers to that.
Cheers to being grateful. I'm a great actor, so I'm gonna pretend there's water in my cup.
Oh. I'm gonna pretend mine is an almond latte or champagne.
It is. I'm not thirsty anymore. That's how good my performance is.
It's a sense memory exercise. The coffee morning
sense memory exercise. We're in the same acting class.
Yeah.
Ivana Chuvak.
Yes.
We are. So I've seen you act, and you bring a lot of dimension.
Oh, thank you.
Because I noticed in your last scene you really go for it. Your characters are very dimensional, just like they were in the Adom.
Adom.
Tseva Adom. Yeah, which means color red. And,
yes, color red.
Yeah,
which is the siren.
Yeah, so there's obviously a reason why you're booking them, because you're not just saying the lines plot-oriented or just generically saying it. You bring something to it.
Thank you. I try to bring something to everything I do in my life, to give it meaning. But
yeah, and then you also you played a role that was a tough role to play for you at the time or something, because you had to bring in a lot and you had a lot going on. It was for NCIS, where you play a woman who lost both of her parents.
Wow, you do your homework. That actually took me to a different story on NCIS New Orleans that I shot.
Yes.
And actually my dad got a heart attack in Israel. And it was insane, and they had to change the whole order and the schedule of the filming for me, which was amazing of the producers to do. And I flew back to LA and flew back to Israel to see my dad. So I will never forget that project. It was also meaningful for me, the role I get to play, but mainly because of, you know, you realize what's the most important thing, and you do pay a price being far away from home. Coming from Israel, it's a 15-hour flight.
Yeah, it is.
I miss my mom and dad all the time, and I can't just go knock on their door and go have a cup of coffee. So, you know, I'm here to follow my dreams, but it's not always easy.
You're pursuing your dreams.
Yeah.
You're doing it?
I'm doing it.
You are. You're in LA.
You're in LA.
You're on a talk show right now.
On a talk show. Living the dream.
This is living the dream. You are. Me too. Right? But yeah, no. And so your dream is, though, to work with Meryl Streep and Al Pacino?
Where do you read all that? Yes.
I told my last guest I do background checks.
Yeah, you really do.
I check to see if you
should work with the immigration.
Yeah. Well, if you have any speeding tickets or any parking tickets, I don't let you on my show.
No, I'm perfect. I can do that.
You don't even have a red light ticket or anything, not even from a camera.
You see, now I'm going to leave the interview, and immediately an officer's going to stop me. We're jinxing it.
There's tons. Oh yeah, on Beverly. Yeah.
It was the dream, really. When I moved out here, I initially moved to go to Lee Strasberg to study method acting for 2 years. And one of my teachers always told stories about Al Pacino, how they went to school together. And I watched all his films. I mean, one of my favorites is Scent of a Woman.
Oh, yeah.
And don't get me started, because I'm going to do his speech from the court. You don't want to see that. But, you know, I'm just getting warmed up in here.
Yeah. So do you think being part of the Israel Defense Force, it has helped with a lot of your performances, especially when you play like people who work in the government or who work, you know?
I think the Israeli Defense Force really gives you discipline, and really gives you the strength to go through all the things we have to go through here in Hollywood.
Yes.
Sometimes Hollywood can be a little harder than the military mentally, and the military really taught me a lot about myself, and it taught me to never give up, and it's not over until it's over.
It's not over until it's over.
Kind of like in sports.
You've booked a lot. That's exciting.
I mean, it never feels like that.
Yes.
You know, I feel like only when I'm doing interviews and you sort of have to go and look back at what you did, then you're like, oh, actually, it's not that terrible. But that's also a work in progress, to be happy with what you have and strive for more, but also be grateful for where you are at the moment.
Gotta be grateful.
Gotta be grateful. Cheers to that.
Cheers to being grateful. I'm a great actor, so I'm gonna pretend there's water in my cup.
I'm gonna pretend mine is an almond latte or champagne.
It is. I'm not thirsty anymore. That's how good my performance
is. It's a sense memory exercise. The coffee mornings. And I'm sure that it made me the strong person that I am. And probably, again, like I said, when I walk into a place, that's what I bring, even without knowing it.
Yeah, so being part of the Israeli Defense Force, it gives you that, you think, that edge, it gives you that work ethic.
That edge, yeah, that work ethic for sure. I mean, what they can make you do in 18 hours of the day and maybe 6 to 5 hours of sleep, you would be amazed. I mean, if you look at what you do today and I look back at what I did back then, I'm taken back. I mean, I'm overwhelmed. It's incredible. So there's a lot to learn from that, and yeah.
That's why you're so strong. You are.
So strong.
Oh my God, you are. You are strong.
So strong.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about being like a bodyguard too, part-time?
Oh God, I think that's not for me. I can work out at the gym and think I'm a kick-ass and play that role in a movie. I don't know if in real life I can really take people down, but I can definitely try.
You probably can.
I'm stronger than I look, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
And when you're an actress, we could see how strong you are.
Yeah.
So, but comedy, that you want to start doing more of that?
Yeah, I want to start doing more comedy. I guess I always thought I'm just a dramatic actress. And my manager at the time pushed me to do this audition for a big movie with a big casting director. It was a movie with Melissa McCarthy. And I said, oh my God, no, I'm not a comedic actor. I'm not trained. And then, you know, I sort of said, okay, I'll go to please my manager. And I went and I got the call back, and I was actually their last final options for that role. And since then I was like, okay. I started sort of researching and going to groundlings and touching a little bit here and there in comedy, and I realized maybe I do have a comic in me. And so who knows? Maybe next time I'm here, we're going to talk about the comedies.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to laugh. We're going to change the name to Harry Howard Laughs. Because of you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Boom.
We're just not going to talk. We're going to laugh the whole time. So comedy, that would be great. And the thing about comedy is it's raising the stakes. So if you can take yourself to that level up here where everything is urgent, then you could be funny. That's what people don't understand.
I think comedy comes from truth. And many times that I see work of actors, and it's so truthful to them that it's so funny. There's always that scene from Friends where Ross has this like major shampoo explosion. It really bugs him. So it's funny, and everybody has these small things in their lives that can drive them nuts. And to another person, it's like, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
So it's bringing that. It's
bringing that energy into it.
Yes.
That's cool. And so. You must get out there a lot. You must get a lot of auditions and stuff because you got all those credits.
Yeah, try to keep busy. Try to also develop my own content. That takes longer.
How's that going?
It's going. It's different. I'm always curious to see what's happening behind the camera. We get to come to set and everything is pretty much prepared. Yes, we have a rough journey in order to get there, but there's so many jobs on sets that the crew does that I think it's good for us to know and appreciate. So when we come to set, we know all of this was prepared for us, and it's not to be taken for granted. These people work hours and hours. So it's interesting for me to know how everything works and, hopefully be the producer of my own content and have more of a say. I feel like as an actor, unless you're Angelina Jolie, you are limited to a script, and you're telling a very specific story. And I want to have the rights and the control over the stories that I get to tell.
And I believe you can because you're a soldier.
I'm a soldier.
You're a soldier.
Came wearing green.
When I read you were a commander of your unit?
Yeah, I was a commander for basic training.
That's pretty cool. Just to say.
I didn't get to complete my service, unfortunately. I had an inflammation in my brain. It's called meningitis.
You're okay.
I'm all right now, but it's kind of in my genes. So they were like, we're done with you.
Oh.
And I sort of escaped and came here. I mean, I always wanted to move here.
Yeah.
But I was going to do it at a later age.
Yes.
And I came when I was 19. Yeah.
And now you're 21.
Exactly. I'm actually 17 to 23.
Oh, wow.
That's what I play. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you look your age.
Yeah, 17. I'm 17. Yeah. I came with an Uber. I don't even drive yet.
So I'm sure in Israel you're really well known. Because I read about you, because you've been interviewed in Israel, and you have all these interviews in Hebrew and stuff. So I'm sure out there you've worked a lot.
I've worked in Israel, and when I came here, actually, I never made the decision that I officially live here. Mm-hmm. It was sort of like a back and forth until I had to make that decision and say, okay, this is my base. Israel will always be my home. I will always be happy to work there and go visit my family. But I had to make that move and say, I live here. And it was hard. I mean, I think I only admitted it in the last year or two, and I've lived here for 6-7 years.
Wow. 6-7 years.
It took me a minute. A long minute.
Yeah, to get everything going out here.
Yeah.
It must be a rude awakening because in Israel you're so well known, and then you come out here and it's like you're new.
You start from zero. I mean, actually, the start of it was great. So when I came here, I kept on putting these tests. I said, if I don't get my work permit, I'm not going to be here. If I don't get representation, I'm not going to be here. If I don't start working, I'm not going to be here. And every time all these things kind of came into place fairly quickly. I got signed. I got my first role on NCIS before I even got my papers. And that was sort of my sign saying, okay, this is my place. I'm going to give it a couple of years. And then I started working and doing the back and forth was hard, and I had to make that decision, and I chose to, for now,
Yes.
that I'm here.
For now, yes.
Mom,
you're here.
don't worry, I may come back to Israel.
Oh, Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv.
Israel's a special place. You talked about Israel in one of your interviews, and you loved how real people are out there and that there's no BS.
Well, there is just a different mentality.
Yes.
If you want, you can think of Israelis more like New Yorkers. It's straight to your face. Sometimes it's not
no
very
BS.
nice.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's
just
not very nice.
straightforward, right?
But it's straightforward, so I know what you feel about me. And here I came and I just didn't know a lot of things, and I you know, it's just different words, different terminology, different behaviors. So I you know, I had to adapt.
No, I know what you mean, because like casting directors, because I've had so many auditions when I first started, and I wasn't good. Okay, I just know I wasn't when I first started. I was just an amateur.
I mean, were we good at?
But they would say awesome. That's what the casting director. They go, okay, awesome. Thank you so much for coming in. Awesome. So you telling me I was Daniel Day-Lewis? Because Daniel Day-Lewis is awesome. So how am I supposed to know if I'm good or not? And maybe like in other places, the casting director's a little more real. They go, that was okay. Thank you for coming in. I would rather hear that.
It's always awkward because I'm thinking, okay, when I know I'm not great or awesome, what are they going to say? Sometimes they just go, thank you for your time, which, you know, is respectful, and you know that you did not kill it. But it's always funny because the ones I think that, oh my God, I killed it, and I call my agent, and we never hear back. And the ones I don't even say how it went, I get the job.
Yes.
You know, you never know. You got to let go, and you got to not be a control freak.
I know.
It's hard, but
it is. I know, because you always want to. This like tape recorder in your head going dun dun dun. How did I do? What happened? You're thinking too hard, and you can't do that. You just got to go next, no matter what, every time, right? Next.
Yeah. When I'm busy, and you can ask me, how was your audition on Monday? I'm not even gonna remember what it was. Yeah. But some roles you really want, and you know.
I know.
You sit at home and you're analyzing, what did I do wrong? And
yeah, no,
it's not healthy.
I remember my rejection.
Oh, I told my friends in Israel, I eat rejection for breakfast, you guys. It's fine. You know, it's all good.
And lunch and dinner. No. You don't get rejected.
Dessert.
I have lunch, dinner, brunch.
No, me too. Tea, 4 o'clock tea. Tea rejection. Rejection. I don't have a good British accent.
Yeah.
I would stop.
Yeah, but you know, you hold your own working with you know, these leading actors on series, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's always an honor to work with people that you grew up watching.
Yes.
And you get to be in the same place with them, and hopefully in the same position as well.
And someday you'll work with Al Pacino and Meryl Streep.
Al, if you're watching this, just know I'm available for your next
film. Chances are
film.
extremely high he is watching this.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely, he's definitely watching. That's the reason I came.
Yeah,
I know he's a fan of Harry Howard Talk.
Yeah. You see him liking all my my posts. Yeah.
Does he even have Instagram?
He doesn't.
He does. Great.
No,
Great. So he definitely likes all your posts.
Yeah, he does.
Immensely.
Yeah. So does Meryl.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, Meryl and I go back, you know.
Oh, you do?
No biggie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, in Israel? She was in the army with you?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. That's why you were in green.
Yeah. Representing the
you're representing.
No.
Yeah, so LA's been good to you. I know it's totally different than Israel, but I'm glad that so far.
LA's been great.
Yes.
I love this place, and I'm very grateful to be here, seriously, kidding aside. And, you know, it's a place for dreamers, and I think it allows you to be whoever you want without judgments.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare to find.
And we have to end this interview without judgments, because time has run out, and it's not because you didn't do a good job.
I don't judge it.
It's not because you didn't do a good job. It's because the time has come.
Time has come. Thank you for having me.
Eventually you have to rap.
Yes.
I know.
Let's do this.
I know the word rap. It's just a very sad word.
Well, it's a controversial one.
It is.
Happy and sad.
Yes, but you have no choice. The camera has to stop.
All right, so stop it.
Yeah, I know. We have to do things in our life.
Yeah.
People think I live here on this couch.
Well, you know.
They do.
It's a comfy
I actually do. This is my studio apartment.
Too much light, though. How do you sleep here?
Well, you know, I love the spotlight, so it makes it easier for me to sleep. Yeah, I can't sleep when the lights are off.
Yeah.
I need the light on.
All right, love. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shani, she's a wonderful actress, very strong and self-empowered woman.
Thank you. See you next time.
No. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I saw that.
I know, you're welcome. Yeah, I love when they thank me. Thank me, yes.